An entire year has passed since the current conflict in Gaza began. Japan once again firmly condemns the acts of terror and the taking of hostages by Hamas and others on October 7th last year and onward. Since then, Gaza has been reduced to ruins and casualties continue to mount. The relentless hostilities have created nothing short of a humanitarian catastrophe. About 90% of the population are internally displaced, and much-needed humanitarian assistance is not getting into the hands of the desperate people. Amidst this calamity, the role of UNRWA has been indispensable. UNRWA has provided food, medicines, and other basic human necessities to vulnerable Palestinian refugees. Without UNRWA, their lives would be in jeopardy. UNRWA has also provided critical child care services, such as recent polio vaccine campaigns. Therefore, UNRWA has been and will be vitally important for both the present and future generations of the Palestinian refugees. Japan is deeply concerned about the bills recently approved by the Foreign Affairs and the Defense Committee of the Israeli Knesset, which would severely restrict the activities of UNRWA. We have listened carefully to Mr. Lazarini's sobering remarks that these bills would have a devastating impact on UNRWA and those who depend on the agency. Japan has been a partner of UNRWA since 1953, even before we joined the United Nations. We will continue to support the work of UNRWA as we have done for 7 decades. Our message is clear. The agency must be protected and guaranteed a safe and unhindered operating space. We also would like to recall the important role of the United Nations in resolving the armed conflict and mitigating the humanitarian impact in the Middle East. Madam President, as everybody knows, an immediate ceasefire, the release of all hostages, and the delivery of humanitarian aid at scale are crucial to end the ongoing nightmare. The deal outlined in Resolution 2735 has been on the table for months, and we strongly call on the parties to accept it without any further delay. Japan remains hopeful that the tireless and commendable mediation efforts by the US, Egypt, and Qatar will achieve a breakthrough soon. In the meantime, we will continue to engage in diplomatic efforts. Earlier today, our new foreign minister had a talk with the Israeli foreign minister and called for Israel's maximum cooperation to strengthen humanitarian assistance activities. Moreover, we have already contributed $128 million since last October to Palestinians in dire need, and we will continue to provide emergency humanitarian assistance. Madam President, beyond Gaza, the humanitarian situation in Lebanon is especially worrying, where reportedly thousands of civilians have been killed or wounded, and about 1 million people are displaced. Japan strongly urges all parties to take all measures to prevent civilian casualties. We stand ready to provide necessary humanitarian assistance to the people in need. I thank you, Madam President.